Hi, Lou Manfredini, Ace's home expert. In this video, we're going to help you choose the right sump pump for your home. Let me give you some tips. Okay, in front of me, I have examples of 3 different sump pumps. Now, mind you, there are a bunch of different sump pumps and different manufacturers that you will find at the store, but I just selected 3 for the sake of a demonstration to see what I could show you as to the differences in selecting a sump pump. Now, what's interesting about all 3 of these is that they're all 1/3 of a horsepower. Horsepower does matter when it comes to the strength of the pump. What really matters, though, is the idea behind the gallons per minute and what the pump will actually do, the gallons per hour rather, and the flow. So these pumps are all similar in the flow of water that they operate. Now keep in mind that the number that you see on the boxes, typically this one is about 3510, this one I believe is 3600, and this one over here is 3540. That's gallons per hour that the pump will move at 0 height, meaning that if I just plug this pump in right now, that's how much water it would move. The height, or what they talk about as the vertical lift, is the distance between the bottom of this pump, where it's located in the pit, and then how high the pipe goes up and then turns. And so that matters when it comes to selecting the right size pump to move enough water. So it's very important if you're replacing a pump to pay attention to the horsepower, the size. So this is an issue too. This is an 1.5-inch pump, meaning that this pipe that you would screw in here is an 1.5 inches in diameter. That plays into the concept of how much water it moves as well. Volume, horsepower, lift, all 3 of those things have to be considered. Something else to consider is the makeup of how the pump is made and the float system. Both of these are thermoplastic housings of the pumps themselves, and so they're submersible. You can put them in there, they'll hold up really well. This professional model is a cast iron pump. It is considerably heavier than the other 2. The other thing that plays into this is cost, obviously. When you get into these smaller pumps that are made of plastic, they cost a little less than the cast iron. The warranty also is not as robust. Each of these come with a 1-year warranty. This one comes with a 3-year warranty. So that's where some of the added cost goes into getting a pump that's going to last and do the job for you. Finally, I want to talk about the floats. What you'll find most often is this is what's called a tether float. As the water rises, this float will kind of rise up inside the pit, and when it reaches that area, you can kind of hear that click in there. That activates the pump. This requires that the pit is large enough so that there's enough clearance for this pump to rise up. If you have a narrow pump, then you may need a pump that has a float such as this one. This is connected here, and this just rises straight up, activates the pump, and then goes down. It doesn't need as much space. That's the same with this commercial one here, where you see that the float is connected right to the top of the sump pump here, all cast iron, all sealed. These are just some of the considerations when it comes to choosing the right sump pump for your home. Remember, obviously, before you do any work, you unplug the existing pump there, and when you're taking it apart, don't be surprised if a little bit of water drips here and there. And it's also a good idea when you're replacing this pump to clean out the bottom of that pit before you set the new one in. And there you have it. If you'd like more information, just go to our website, acehardware.com. Please follow us on YouTube. Better yet, stop by your local Ace Hardware store, because Ace is the helpful place.